Hello, my super Kyvians. How is everybody doing? It's time for a changelog video update. Awesome updates. I am a few days late. Has happened before, I have been told. It is Friday. This release was released on a Monday, so that was June the 18th. So let's get started. Alright, so first one up is a favorite for our German users. We have added a new payment processor integration called Digistore. So let's have a quick look at integrations, and then you go to new integrations, and then blah blah, you call it something, and you search for Digistore 24. That rhymes. So there's some instructions here how to get it, and then just save it and you're done and ready to go. Michael, one of the agent users in the group, has already tested it, so it's working smoothly. Very cool. And then the second one for June the 18th, general integrations are now per site, so not per account. This is actually really big. This is also technically was a huge change, but this is also a very big change for you, because that means you can have different integrations per site you have. So for example, you see here in this site, this is the Kyvio site, we have a pedal integration right here, and there's also a Digistore integration. And don't look at that one just yet, not announced yet. Up, stop. No, just kidding. But what we are going to another site, Smart Mailer, and then we go to integrations. La la la. My internet is a little bit slow, it seems. There we go. And you see not the same integrations. That matters because now you can have a PayPal integration for one site and another PayPal integration for your other site, which is really powerful. So I hope that makes you guys very happy. Then the second one, also one I just already showed you, is another new payment processor called Paddle.com. So we are going to use Paddle.com. We've done a lot of research. If you've seen our latest Late Nights at Kyvio's episode on YouTube, you might know that we had some issues with Stripe, which are resolved, but still, because that happened, we decided we needed multiple payment processors for Kyvio, so we can kind of spread the risk and not put all of our eggs in one basket. Really important for business. So we're also going to use Paddle.com because we did a lot of research and which one we like most, and Paddle.com is one of those that we're going to use. In the near future we'll probably also add ChargeBee because we also like them a lot, and maybe one more, and of course there's all the integration that will be coming, but these had the highest priority for now. Then the new features, a very cool new feature over here is a list cleanup tool feature that allows you to easily move or delete subscribers that are not associated with any lists. So basically orphan subscribers. Let's have a look at that. Email marketing, list manager, list cleanup tool, let's say let's delete. Condition over here are not associated with any lists, so that's the new condition. Obviously this is disabled because it doesn't make any sense in this case. I'll tell the developers to just not display, not show this, because why is it even there as not, it doesn't really matter, it shouldn't be there, so it just should not show. But that doesn't really matter, that's just a display thingy. I'll have the developers fix that, but now you can just delete them and clean up your list really easily. It was requested by a few users, so we have added that. And then, oh yeah, we have added one more GDPR feature. Yes, the GDPR nightmare was not over for us just yet, because we found this very little discussed requirement of GDPR kind of stuck away, and it's kind of weird. I have very few people seen discussing this feature, but it is in the list of requirements for GDPR, and this is the right to restrict. So you can set your account as restricted, which means your account will be invisible for our admins and support guys, so like they can't see it in our backend, and it gives you a little bit more privacy. Great. However, if you do this, if you turn this on and then you open a support ticket, we are not going to be able to help you, obviously, because your account is set to invisible, so you'll have to change that in that case. You can do that over here. Let's go to account settings or profile. There we go. And you go to the second tab, your profile. And you scroll all the way down over here to set your account to restricted, yes or no. And then save, of course. That's that. Yeah, I already mentioned the 2 new payment processor integrations. A bunch of new improvements. Smart mailer, we're better handling hard bounces and soft bounces. Oh, it's not software bounces, it's soft bounces. And the difference between the two, we're already handling them before, but now we make it a better distinction between the two. Hard bounce is now also automatically unsubscribed to protect your sender reputation from your lists. And the same will happen if our system detects a 5th soft bounce for a particular email address. Then that person will also be unsubscribed to protect your sender reputation. Very important. Your sender reputation is everything in email marketing. Then second one is a huge improvement of sending speed. I mean a huge improvement. We've done the math, and like this was actually serious math, and we are basically hitting the max of our sending speed that is possible in our current architecture, which is great because that just means we have a good system running now. In the next version of Smart Mailer, so for Smart Mailer version 2.0 basically, which will build up in the same way we're now building up Kyvio Core, Smart Funnels, Smart Memberships, and Smart Products, which just has a completely technical architecture and different technologies used, etc., etc. We'll be able to 10x that even further, but for now it's doing all of the job. There's no delays in sending, the speed is really good, so it's going to surface for another, I would say 6 months or so like that before we release the new Smart Mailer version in the near future. Then Smart Memberships, when you do a member export, this was requested by somebody who really wanted this. So when you export your members, it will now also include the members, their addresses and the status of that particular member. Just very helpful, of course, especially for people who are doing physical products and selling them via Kyvio. It's a little bit of a workaround, but then you can actually get those addresses to actually send and ship your products. I already mentioned the integrations per site. Then Smart Mailer, as a specific situation, it was actually possible to create an email and send it without a subject. Doesn't make much sense, so obviously we made that obligatory. Our first round of database cleaning has been completed, which basically means for you a faster application. And in this sprint, in the current sprint we're working on right now, we have a second round of that as well to even further clean it out. Then Smart Funnels, when you're creating a new funnel and you're selecting your funnel template packages, we are now by default ordering those packages by newest template first, so you can easily and quickly see the newest ones because they are the highest quality ones as well. Then we have a list of big bug fixes. General validation issue on added site. Was just a small thing. It didn't really bother anybody. It was like if you had one space at the end of your custom domain, it would say like, oh, your domain is not valid. Obviously now we just remove it automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about small things like that. We had a weird thing where a custom checkbox field validation wasn't working properly if the name of the field was only in uppercase letters. So that was kind of weird. It was fixed. A small thing that we just discovered a few days ago. There was like a really annoying semicolon in the left top corner of all of the membership site themes, and it just looks ugly, of course, and unprofessional, so apologies for that. We're actually still figuring out how the heck that came through 4 rounds of testing, because it's pretty damn obvious it was there, but we still haven't figured it out because I don't know, it's a technical story, but yeah, we're figuring out how it came to be there and make sure that that doesn't happen again. Of course, that's the most important part. But that's fixed. Smart mailer, small issue caused. There was a small issue that caused false, low-quality email warnings to 2 or 3 members, users. So that issue has been fixed to make sure that doesn't happen again. Of course, we have already contacted those users personally. They ignore those warnings because it wasn't applicable in that situation. The mark as spam counter for stats wasn't updating correctly for Smart Mailer. That's been fixed. There wasn't a small issue in the blog or for some users, actually just a very few users, but when they tried saving the blog settings, it was giving an error, so not anymore. We had a kind of a weird thing where when you was trying to turn off domain mapping, that wasn't working. It is now, but why would you want to turn it off anyway? Smart funnels, the visitor map wasn't showing in the reports. It is now. There was a funnel template filter when you're inside of the editor that wasn't working properly. That has been fixed. Plus the speed has been increased because for some users that had a lot of templates, it just took forever and sometimes even generated an error because of that timeout. Which has been improved now. That's should be all good because we've tried it with our own account and we have a lot of templates in there in our account and it's working fine, so that's good. And then the last one, affiliate center issue. I think this was also user specific for a few users only, but they had some issues when they were trying to update affiliate settings, and that's now fixed as well. So a lot more going in the near future. We are now basically 80–90% of the team is now working on Kyvio Core because we truly feel that is the most important thing for the whole, for all of you guys and for our own business and for everybody basically. The new Kyvio Core is coming along very nicely. The new page builder is gonna be really awesome. We've started integrating it really tightly with all our flows and everything, so that's gonna be just gonna be mind-blowingly awesome with some really sexy features in the way. We just need to make sure that we have all the same kind of integrations and features that we have right now and in the new system as well, because you know, if we change and all of a sudden some features might not be ready or might still be missing when we do the change, that would possibly affect you in a negative way, and of course we don't want that, so we need to make sure that's all ironed out. But we are definitely on track there, and I absolutely can't wait to have that live. It's going to be so awesome, and you are going to be so incredibly happy that you decided to invest in Kyvio. So it's already an amazing software. We keep improving it, like the smaller steps, but the Kyvio Core is going to be a 10x step. It's going to be amazing. Technology-wise, feature-wise, usability-wise, speed-wise, everything. So be ready for that, prepare for it, be excited. Alright guys, talk to you in the next video. Ciao.